In a desert village where the wind speaks louder than people do, there is a ritual older than memory itself. They call it the dust offering. It is never spoken aloud, only passed by gesture and silence, and it is never performed for the living. It is performed for the forgotten. When someone disappears from a family's memory, when no one can remember the sound of their voice, the way they walked, the stories they once told, the desert calls them. The village believes that forgotten souls wander the dunes, nameless and weightless, carried by the wind. And once a soul is completely forgotten, it begins to thirst, not for revenge, but for a name. So every year, on the first windless night of the dry season, families gather outside their homes with a small clay bowl and a handful of dust taken from beneath their oldest tree, the tree that has watched generations rise and fall. Each family places the bowl at the edge of the village, where the sand begins and the roads end. Then they wait. No names are spoken, no prayers are given. Only the dust remains, offered to the ones no longer held in memory. And if, by morning, the bowl is empty, the village knows a forgotten one has taken it. Not to drink, but to feel remembered, just once. They say the wind that follows such a night is quieter, like someone whispering thank you through dry breath. But if the dust remains untouched, it means no one came. And that's when the bowl is buried, not to hide shame, but to honor silence. There is one rule in this ritual. You must never leave your own dust. You can only offer for others. Ancestors not yours, neighbors long gone, children whose names vanished too soon. Because in this village, remembrance is not a right, it's a gift. And once a soul is forgotten by all, it becomes everyone's responsibility. There was once a girl named Layla who lived alone after her parents died. When she turned 12, she asked a neighbor if she could offer dust that year. Not for her family, she had none, but for a woman who once smiled at her from across the market years ago. She did not remember the woman's name, only her hands, rough and warm. That night, Layla placed her bowl farther than any other, almost into the dunes themselves. In the morning, her bowl was gone. The villagers said nothing, but the next night, the wind was still, as if holding its breath. And when Layla slept, she dreamed of rough, warm hands brushing sand from her cheeks. That's how they knew. The ritual still worked. Even a whisper of memory is enough to bring someone back for one last drink of dust. And the village still waits every year, with open bowls and quiet hearts.